Right, Clarets, Burnley 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Wow. Wow. If there's ever a game that has the definition of, a game of two halves, it was that tonight, because that was wow. First off, Marcus Edwards, we have a player on our hands there. We have a serious player on our hands there. Absolutely fantastic. That first half, every time he got the ball, you felt like he was going to create something. And, he had the chance which hit the top of the crossbar, and then that goal was really, really well worked. Magic feet, and just, absolutely fantastic. And he's up and running in the league for us this season now. And it was good to see him start. I think it's been coming, but it was good to see him start. And I think, he got a decent run out and a decent performance. And I think we've really, really got ourselves a player there. And he's the sort of player you need at this point in the season when you are going for promotion. And just, wow, absolutely brilliant. But like I said, other than Edwards in that first half, it was poor. It's strange because I don't want to slag us off because we've just won 4-0 and the second half performance was just outstanding. But that first half, we were poor. We were, struggling to get two passes together. We were struggling to create anything really. And honestly, I thought Sheff Wednesday were the better side in that first half, and we were lucky to go in at half time 1-0 up. I honestly wouldn't have argued against them being in front at half time because they were the better side in the first half. They had some really good chances. One just went past the post. But yeah, that first half wasn't great. But whatever was said at half time, must have worked. And I think a lot of things have been said about substitutions this season and Parker's tactics, but I think obviously I know he wasn't in the dugout tonight, but he was in the stands, and the substitutions will still have been his substitutions, and I think they completely changed the game. I thought obviously the first half, like I said, we were poor, but the second Brownhill came on, I feel like it sort of brought the game together a little bit more. But we started putting passes together and creating moves. And I thought Foster coming on up front brought us a little bit more of a target to go for up front. As much as I like Fleming and as much as I think he's done an all right job the last few weeks, obviously putting quite a few goals away, I think at the weekend against Preston and tonight again, he sort of went missing. I know again in the first half there's the penalty incident, which, that I haven't seen it again, but for me it looked like a blatant penalty. I can't understand how he can have the massive rip in the back of his shirt that he's got, and the referee's not seeing it as being a foul. But I think the decision to take him and Hannibal off at the moment when Parker did, I think was the right decision. And obviously, it's been vindicated with Brownhill scoring with his first touch. But yeah, like I said, those substitutions completely changed the game for me. And then, we put together some great passing moves. And I thought Anthony in the second half played brilliant. The first half I thought he was really, really poor. I wanted him taken off at like the 25th minute or something. I was absolutely raging with him. But yeah, second half I thought he played absolutely brilliant, and I guess that's why I pay to sit in the stands and Scott Parker gets to sit there with a £4,500 coat. But yeah, really, really happy with it. Really happy with that result. Really happy with how Anthony played that second half. And like I say, Brownhill scores with his first touch. And then it feels like the game's nearly got away from Sheff Wednesday. Again, they created some really good chances. Traff's made some really, really good saves. That sort of kept us just floating above water a little bit. And then, Roberts pops up in the box and makes it 3, and that's it. You think it's game over, it's dead. They're not really going to create much chances. And then they have 2 penalty shouts, which I think the referee got them both spot on. I thought the ref was decent tonight. Obviously apart from the penalty appeals. But again, I haven't seen them again. So, I could be talking rubbish, but for me, theirs weren't penalties. Fleming should have had a penalty, but that's by the by. Like I say, I thought the referee had a really good game tonight, or a decent game at least. And like I said, other than the penalty shouts and, a few chances at 2-0, I don't think Sheffield Wednesday brought much to it after we'd gone 3-0 up. And then, the game's dead and buried in 90-odd minute, and you think, oh, that's it, it's not going to happen. There's not going to be another goal in this. And then Manuel Benson, I mean, we know he's got a left foot on him. We know he's got a brilliant left foot on him. But that goal tonight, take the Ewood goal out of it, because that's special on its own and special for different reasons. But that goal tonight is probably one of his best that he scored for us, because it's a right-footed curler. And I mean, there is not a single Burnley player who I am more happy for that goal. Like, Foster scoring tonight would have topped off the night. Like, it would have been good. When he had the chances himself. And I'm not going to slate him, because I thought when he did come on and he played in his preferred position, I thought he played quite well. Obviously, those 2 chances, I would have liked him to have taken, but it's not your night sometimes, and it just wasn't for him to score. But like I said, I'm so made up for Manuel Benson after, last year he got shafted and pushed to the wayside and, discarded by company. And then, obviously, this season he's had his setbacks. He got injured after the Blackburn game, and I thought, when he went off at that moment, I thought, that's it, we're never going to see him in a Burnley shirt ever again. And obviously we know, he's had a few cameos so far this season. But for him to come off the bench and score that goal, in a game where the first half we didn't really deserve to be leading, the second half we've put in probably the best performance of the season, in my opinion. And he scored an absolutely fantastic goal. So absolutely made up for Benson there tonight, because, he deserves it. And you see how much it meant to him and the rest of the team. Trafford's run the full length of the pitch to celebrate with him. I think it's Perez has held up his shirt, to the fans. Like, the turf was bouncing when he was coming on, never mind when he scored. And I think it just speaks volumes of how much Burnley fans love Manuel Benson and how much he means to this club. And like I say, I'm absolutely delighted for him for getting that goal tonight, and I hope, it's the first of many for this season and the first of many for the rest of his time at Burnley. Because, he's a cult hero. And like I say, take the goal away that he scored at Ewood, because that's always going to be special. But he's an absolute hero. But yeah, like I say, at half-time, I didn't think I'd be sat here talking about us winning 4-0. I thought, at half-time, I'd take this result as the 1-0. Even before that, when it went 0-0, I thought, I'll take another 0-0 draw here, because we're getting battered. But second half, like I say, best performance I've seen this season from us. Bar maybe the Plymouth one, but even that, I'm a bit, we could have gone for more. So yeah, absolutely delighted. Big result for us. You know, we've got to keep the pressure on Sheffield United and Leeds. Obviously, them two play on Monday night. So yeah, we've managed to hopefully keep the pressure on it, and you know, now we need to start getting more wins on the board, because you know this is where these sort of results matter, and I'm made up tonight with that. What a great start to the weekend! What a fantastic result. Up the Clarets.